Okay, let's dive into this powerful idea that pretty much turns our whole concept of teamwork on its head. It's this principle that suggests the best way to get along is to disagree.
So to really get why, let's go back in time to a super high-stakes meeting in the White House. The room is just packed with the sharpest minds of a generation. We're talking Ivy League grads, war heroes, top strategists. I mean, the brainpower in that room was completely off the charts. Now, picture that very same group, confidently, and get this, unanimously, green-lighting what would become one of the most legendary failures in American history, the Bay of Pigs invasion, an absolute catastrophe.
So you have to ask, how could so many incredibly smart people be so catastrophically wrong? The answer isn't a lack of intelligence. It's a disaster of agreement, a phenomenon that haunts boardrooms, startups, and, yeah, even situation rooms everywhere.
And this is the villain of our story, groupthink. It's that powerful, kind of subtle pressure to conform, where the psychological need to just belong and agree completely overwhelms the rational search for the best possible answer. It's where harmony becomes way more important than the truth.
But what if you could build a system specifically designed to fight groupthink? What if you made disagreement a core part of your culture? Well, one company, the consulting giant McKinsey, has built its entire philosophy as an antidote to this.
And this slide just brilliantly illustrates that core shift. It's all about fundamentally changing the goal. It's not about achieving harmony or consensus. The goal is to reach the best possible decision, even if the path to get there is through what you might call the uncomfortable crucible of debate. It's about putting intellectual honesty way above politeness. So how does McKinsey actually pull this off? Well, they operate by this powerful four-part code that turns conflict into a productive decision-making engine. Let's break it down.
Just look at how these four pillars work together. It's a complete system, you know? You can't just tell people to dissent. You also have to demand data, depersonalize the conflict, and then, and this is so crucial, commit once a decision is made. It transforms dissent from just a right into a real responsibility.
This mantra just perfectly captures that second pillar. Dissent isn't about just having a different opinion. To have your challenge taken seriously, you have to bring evidence. You have to bring the receipts. This keeps the debate focused on facts and analysis, not, emotion or ego. And the most crucial point here is that this isn't just some theory for elite consultants. This is a practical model for any team. So, let's get into the actionable playbook you can use to build this culture yourself. These 4 steps, this is how you turn this whole thing from a nice idea into a daily practice. It's not enough to say you want dissent. You have to actively build the systems and create the cultural signals that prove it. You have to make it crystal clear to everyone on your team that their challenge isn't just welcome, it's a core part of their job. This story about McKinsey's legendary leader, Marvin Bower, really highlights a critical nuance here. Dissent is a skill. It's not a license to be a jerk. Bower learned early on that to be heard, it's not just what you say, but how you say it. Constructive conflict, it turns out, requires respect and tact. But let's be real. Implementing a culture of dissent is not a silver bullet. If you're not careful, it can go wrong. There are 3 common traps you absolutely need to watch out for. And avoiding these pitfalls is what separates a high-performing team from a toxic one. You need rules of engagement, a process to end the debate, a foundation of respect, and a genuine commitment to hearing out different views. Without these guardrails, constructive conflict very quickly becomes destructive. So what does this all mean for anyone in a leadership position, whether you're managing a team of 2 or a company of 2,000? Well, it fundamentally redefines your most important role. And here it is, the big counterintuitive takeaway. A team that never disagrees isn't a healthy team. It's a team that isn't thinking hard enough. That silence you hear in a meeting, that isn't harmony. It's often the sound of intellectual laziness, or worse, fear. Your job as a leader isn't to create consensus. It's to mine for conflict. And that leaves us with a final, crucial question to take back to your own team. Look around your organization. What are the subtle, unwritten rules? The fear of looking stupid, the deference to seniority, the desire not to rock the boat, that are quietly suppressing the next great idea. Because answering that question is the first and most critical step to unlocking the hidden potential on your team.